Hi, everybody. Hi. Hi. How you doing? Hi. I just got done filming. Literally, I'm uploading the content to my laptop right now. I was doing videos. One of them's for my grandmother, but I'm getting her video, and then I did 2 for you guys. Yes, I'm back putting out a ton of content because I'm done with school. I'm so happy. I got an A. Of course I did. I try. But yes, I did. Oh, hi. Yeah, we got a lot of people coming in here. I'm doing a little bit of a later live stream so that more people can come because I know I always do it a bit early. So I'm trying to like vary the time so everybody can come hang out with me. Hi. Hi. Hi, everybody. Good morning to everyone who's waking up because, I'm an American and what time is it now? 7:18. That's what time it is over here. So, hi, everyone. How are you all doing? I am aware that Amanda won. I actually was just doing a video about it. But didn't I did say Amanda was nipping at the toes of Puninka. She was right there. And of course, that's what happened. That's what happened. So, yay, we have a Thailand queen. So who are we missing? What are the queens we're waiting for? We're waiting for the United States, right? Because that's taking forever. We're waiting for the Philippines. Who else? We just got Venezuela. Are we getting, I think we're getting a new Colombian, to be honest, I think, right? Are we getting a new Colombian queen? I think so. So we might be waiting on Colombia. Lord have mercy. This whole COVID thing. Yes, South Africa. What's going on with South Africa? Like they were putting out stuff about their queens and then like silence. When are we crowning South Africa? What's going on? What's happening? You know who we never get to talk about? Japan, I'm ridiculous. China, Japan, and Korea. What's going on over there? Does anybody know? It's like just the land of just darkness. It is just nothing comes out from over there. What is going on over there? I don't want to talk Canada. Canada. Worried about Canada. I'm so worried about Canada. Catriona's judging. Well, fantastic. I'm down with that. I don't know when Miss Universe Colombia is. Samina. Which one is Samina? I hope you're not talking about the drama queen. No, that can't be her. It can't be the drama queen. There was a girl, it's the dark skinned girl in Thailand. Very pretty, but she is a drama queen. Oh, okay. So is it that one, the drama queen? She was doing too much for me. She was doing way too much for me. That's why she wasn't on my top 10 list. I saw a lot of people liked her, and I'm just like, you can be a drama queen. Obviously, I'm a drama queen, but it wasn't natural enough. Like, if you're gonna do all that, you still need to. Okay, so that's her. Yeah, too much. She was doing too much for me. Couldn't do it. Give me drama, please do. I love all the drama, but she wasn't doing it in a convincing way. It wasn't coming off natural. It was coming off very forced. She was trying too hard, and it was just very off-putting to me. And I was just like, I wasn't gonna put her on my list. I just refused. I refused. And there were some girls that really messed up my list for Thailand simply because they insisted on assaulting me with their sarongs. I felt very assaulted. Okay, I was this close to pressing charges. I was not happy with that. It was too much. Hi, Kira. Hi, long time no see. What you up to? What you up to? I missed you. Yeah. I was very. The sarongs were too much for me. There was a lot of girls that did so good, and then they got to the end of the runway and they punched me in the face with their sarong, and I was just like, done. I'm done. I'm out. I can't deal with you. I can't. It was too much. I didn't really like Amanda's answers, to be honest, either. I'm gonna be totally honest. And I said this in the video because I just did a video about it, but to me, her answers fell a little flat. When you're giving her answers should have been more developed, a little bit more eloquent. So I just wanted more. I wanted more from her answers, and I'm pretty sure she's going to develop them more towards Miss Universe. She'll get better at them, but in order to do well at Miss Universe, she's going to have to give more enticing, more eloquent, more developed answers. Because I think one of her answers was just like, I'm Thai or something, and I was just like, what? It's just, yeah. But hi, everyone. That's what I thought. And like, I was watching their delivery and I liked Punika's delivery, but then she got to like the end of her delivery and did like a type of pose. And I'm just like, Punika, you don't do that. You're much like, she's better than that. That's why I was like, that pose kind of seemed forced. It was really weird the way she ended her words, her answers. It was weird. But yes, I did say I wanted to do a Zoom call with you guys. I just wanted to gauge people's interest. If I do a Zoom call, so a Zoom call is when everybody hops on the screen and it's not just me, like I get to talk to all you guys face to face. If we do a Zoom call, I'm going to drop it in our Kingdom Discord. So you got to be a part of the Discord so you have like access to the Zoom call. It won't be posted on the community tab, it'll be posted on the Discord. So that's how that's gonna happen. And it looks like I have a lot of interest in doing that, so I'm down. And I will let you guys know when it's gonna happen. I'll put it in the community tab ahead of time so we can all participate. It's very likely that I would do the Zoom call like during this time instead of like my 5 o'clock typical time so that more people can participate. I try not to like favor one country over the other. Even when it comes to the time of day, I do live streams. I want everyone to have equal opportunity to come and hang out and yell at me if you want to. Most people don't yell at me though, but some people, the dedicated fans, sometimes they get irritated with me and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to play favorites. You guys remember when Catriona was competing? Everybody was really mad at me because I wouldn't get on the Catriona bandwagon, and I'm just like, I don't play favorites. I don't. She's good. I'll say that she's good, but I'm not gonna stand Catriona just because everyone loves her. Because then it's not fair to the other girls. I have to give them a chance. Like I can't just declare Catriona the winner. I have to give the other girls a chance to fight. Gosh, some people are so dedicated. Like I'm a dedicated fan, but not to one specific country. But this is a lot of fun for me. I'm enjoying myself. Yay! Try Google Meet if Zoom fails. Zoom should work because I have been participating with my city council and they've been, boomers are hilarious, okay? Because I'm very impressed that the boomers of my city council have managed to get their stuff onto YouTube. Like that was impressive to me. I'm like, oh, look at you people. You did well. Did your grandkids help you? No shade, okay? I love my boomers. I love my boomers. Indonesia, Thai, Vietnam. Yes, we do have all of those queens. Are you going to do a live stream watch party for Miss USA? Quite honestly, that sounds like a fun thing to do. I was thinking about doing that, but I know that maybe I'll do it for prelims. Maybe I'll do it for prelims. That might be fun. Do a watch party for prelims. I will look into that because I know people like to watch the reaction videos and they like to watch, you know, the playback of those videos. So if I did a watch party, but then again, you know what? I might have to do that. I might have to do that for the people that are interested. Good idea. I'm going to look into it, seeing as I do have all the technical setup to do it now. Yay! Ugh, Shane Dawson. Ugh. I'm so tired of that person. Like he keeps trying to come back to YouTube and I'm not having it. I appreciate that there's not a lot of world drama going on for me to be ranting about during court councils. I'm actually appreciating the fact that I get sort of a mental break and I get to just chill with all my happy queens until, you know, Canada puts me in my feelings with those darn headshots. But for the most part, I'm enjoying that. The Adriana Gutierrez, Laura Gonzalez, Pia Wurzbach drama, I just did a video on that. I told you guys, I was filming videos, okay? I'm doing videos for you, and that's one of the videos I just did. That's one of the videos I just did. Yeah, blah, Shane Dawson, exactly. If he shows up, the audacity of that person to show up on YouTube, though. The audacity. I don't want to see his face. I don't want to see his face. It's been a long time since I've had to come after somebody. I really would not want him to trigger me that way. Please don't. Do not come back. Vina has a pretty face. Yeah, you know, when it comes to the looks of pageant world, I think that's something that needs to be developed a bit more because a lot of people are focused on having a pretty face and being skinny. And if you go and watch a lot of the different competitions, you can tell that, yes, I am going to watch Miss Universe Philippines. Hi, random guy. I remember a lot of you. When it comes to the looks and the physicality of pageants, I think there's a lot to be developed. When it comes to that, I can tell that a lot of the girls are more focused on being skinny. And just because you're skinny doesn't mean you have a nice body. And this is coming from someone who competes in fitness competitions. There is a such thing as like skinny fat. We call it skinny fat, where you are of like a size 4 size, but you are still chubby. You're still wiggly. You still have like things going on. And the reason this happens, and I see it with a lot of queens, but particularly in the Asian communities, is because women are scared to go to the gym. They're scared to lift weights because they feel like it's going to make them bulky. They feel like they're going to get big because they picked up a weight. And I'm just like, ladies, that's not how this works. And I'm a fitness competitor, so that's one thing I definitely can say. That's not how this works. The reason that we're not getting the bodies we want is because these women refuse. They downright refuse to go to the gym and diligently work out. Like all they do is diet all day long, and they might run, and that's it. And that's not going to give you a good body, just so you know, especially if you're already skinny. The reason they're not like the United States gives me great bodies. I love the bodies from the United States. The reason those bodies look good is because those girls are toned. They have their skin is tight. They have the muscle, they have the curve, and all of their figure is easily seen. But we don't get that from a lot of the other communities simply because these women refuse to work out. And I'm just like, if you want that killer body that we get from a lot of the girls in the United States, who's Olivia Jordan had a great body. She was very thin, but you can be very thin, that's fine. But you still want that like really toned, like supermodel body. A lot of the girls want that. You do have to work out. You have to be diligent about that. So hopefully, she is, I know a lot of people are talking about Amanda. Look, I think we're all, some of you are new coming in here. A lot of us are not satisfied with Amanda's answers. I think we all can just sit here and be like, she's very eloquent and she speaks English very well, but I'm not satisfied with her answers. And for Miss Universe, she has to be better in not her delivery, but what she actually says, because her delivery is great. It's very natural, very articulate, but her answers are not very thorough. They're not very well developed. They're not very enticing. So I think that's what people were, having an issue with when it came to her answers. Yeah. Everybody pretty much agrees that we're not satisfied with her answers. So that's going to be something that she's going to have to work on, especially when it comes to Interview and Miss Universe. Interview and Miss Universe is ruthless. Oh, God. So ruthless. Oh, you guys are sad about Puninka. Let's be honest, though. Puninka, I was a little sad because I think that her prelim evening gown presentation and the gown itself was better than finals. I think she took a step, not to say that she wasn't bad during finals, but she was captivating during prelims. I think everybody saw Puninka and we were like, oh my God, who is she? She's amazing. Like we were captivated by her. But then when it came to finals, it was kind of like, meh. Like she was still good, but we liked it a lot better. Like there was that magic during prelims and it was amazing. God, and this is where I tell the girls, I said it in my video, didn't I say? I told the girls, these gold, nude, and white gowns aren't doing anything for you. I said that, and what did Puninka go and do? She showed up in one of those nude gowns, and I'm like, sis, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? I was just, because I know that she could have done so much better. Puninka is very good. She has the capacity to be amazing. And she like handicapped herself with that darn gown. Oh my gosh. But Amanda, I had the same note for Amanda when it came to prelims. That gown was boring, but I cut the part out of the video where I talked about it. But I said that gown was boring. But then I was like, because it's prelims, it's very likely that she's packing the Vina was not robbed. I'm sorry, she wasn't. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you are Vina fans. No, and I can tell you why I can tell you why. I can prove it. Vina. You can tell, go back and watch the playthrough. Vina was doing the exact same performance during prelims that she did during finals. It was like step for step, movement for movement. Vina was exactly the same across the board, which means it wasn't natural. She was giving a very forced and rehearsed performance where Amanda was not, and Puninka wasn't either. They have the ability to change and vary and be fluid throughout their movements. Vina was just like, she did the exact same thing no matter what, down to like the hair slick and everything, which I think is like her, hi, who's that? Vernon? Hi, Vernon. I think that's like her signature movement, and she wanted it to be like that thing. But even in certain portions of competition, Vina like turned a little bit, and I could see she was like off balance, and she had a very forced smile. It wasn't nearly as good as Punika and Amanda. Like Punika and Amanda, they earned their spots. I do not argue with them at all. Period. The end. I don't argue with it. That's why I put them both at the top of my list. I don't argue with them at all. Wonderful. I really do hope Amanda does kick it up a notch, especially when it comes into Miss Universe, because we have a power packed season this year, guys. Aren't you excited? Oh my goodness. Who is your pageant girl crush? Ooh, my pageant girl crush is Ireland. Ireland 2010, I think. I think it's 2010. I feel like it's 2010. Ireland, she was amazing. She was amazing. Amazing. She best, just stunning. Angel on heels. Walking goddess. I just go. I know a lot of you don't know who I'm talking about, but she was amazing. She's beautiful. Girl crush. Girl crush. She's angelic. The face of a goddess. I will never forget Ireland 2010. Like, out. Oh my God. I can't. I need to stop thinking about her. Okay. I need to stop thinking about her. Emmy is still young. She can join again. Yeah. Emmy's going to need some development. She's going to need some development when it comes to her confidence on stage, her performance. She's going to need some development. Now, is it possible? Absolutely. Absolutely it is. What's up? Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I'm just reading all the comments and everything. I'm lost. We were talking about Miss Thailand because they just crowned Amanda. That's who we were talking about. So we have our Thailand queen. We're still waiting on the Philippines. Who else? We're still waiting on the United States. We're waiting on Colombia again. So we are not nearly. Emmy's cocky. I didn't get that Emmy was cocky. I don't think she's developed enough to win a national title just yet. She's going to need to. South Africa. Yes, we're waiting on South Africa. Hi, Sarah Butler. I'm happy you made it. I'm happy you guys made it. Look, I'm in my house by myself. Nobody's around. I'm all bored, but I have you guys, so that's nice. Do we have a Miss Universe Mexico yet? I don't think we have a Miss Universe Mexico. I'm not sure we do yet. Amanda's gown is too much. Let me see. Hold on. Wait, give me that. Amanda's gown is too much. She will be better if she used a simple slim gown with a long straight hair. I don't think her gown was too much. I just think that the gown she won with is fine, but wearing that gown for like Miss Universe isn't going to be enough. It's not going to be acceptable. Can we please, can we please, that strand of hair, get rid of the nude white shimmery gown trend? Can we let it die? That would be nice. That would be nice. Can we please let it go? I want it gone. These gowns are doing nothing for no one, okay? The gowns that we loved during prelims were all colored gowns. They were colored gowns. So why are we just stuck on I'm just done with it. I'm done with it. I'm done. Now, someone did send me a message in my Instagram, in my DMs, talking about people are saying Amanda won simply because she speaks English. Well, I just talked about this in a video, but those of you who are here get to know what I said beforehand. Congratulations. No. And quite honestly, if I felt like Miss Universe was that biased, that they were just simply choosing women because they spoke English, I would call out Miss Universe so quickly. What's the purpose of having a diverse competition if you were going to knock women for not speaking a language that's not native to their country? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would not be happy about that. And people are like, oh, it's just because she spoke English. No, it's because she's good. Amanda won because she's good. That's why Amanda won. And to be honest, I don't even think her English speaking abilities really helped her because her answers weren't that great, as we have just discussed. So no, I don't want to, the English bias is BS. And I have heard it coming from the Philippines. I've heard it coming from Vietnam. I've heard people say, oh, the queen needs to speak English. No, you are correct. I just saw that comment. English is not a prerequisite to winning any competition or title. And I don't give extra points for being able to speak English. I don't. And I really don't think Miss Universe does either. I don't. Nope, I don't want to hear it. So the English bias is not helping anyone. Like if people are like, oh, you have to speak English. No, you don't. No, you don't. Quite honestly, I wouldn't care if we got a queen that spoke sign language. I don't care. As long as she's a good representative, we're fine. Yeah, please. I wish the girls could like pick their own translator. That would be nice. That would be nice. I hope that they can do that. Let's see. I'm reading through some of your comments over here. Did you say Tugig from Philippines? I'm reading. I know Miss Philippines is on the 25th. So you guys know I've pretty much memorized all the dates at this point. At this point, I've memorized all the dates. Very much looking forward to it though. We're gonna have, this year is gonna be a Royal Rumble. It's gonna be a fight to the death, and I can't wait to see it. I'm happy I'm not competing in it, but it's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be like the Hunger Games, Miss Universe style. They're gonna destroy each other. Oh my goodness. I really hope the Filipino girls have had enough time to really revamp themselves and for all of them to be so much better. So I swear, if I watch the Philippines pageant and those girls have not gotten better, I'm going to be highly disappointed. I'm going to be highly upset because these girls, I have been talking about these women since before I moved from Los Angeles. Okay, I've been talking about them. So there is no excuse for the Filipinas. I expect some good stuff coming from the Philippines because I've literally done spotlights on these girls. Like, there's no excuse. There's none. There's none. And then people, you guys, I get these comments where people think that I'm biased towards the Philippines. Apparently, I'm biased towards the Philippines. And they'll tell me, oh, you only talk about the Philippines because it makes you popular. And I'm just like, I need to let some things be known. Okay? I need to let some things be known. Here's some background on how YouTube works. YouTubers get paid per 1,000 views. So for every 1,000 views from the United States, a YouTuber might get $7. Okay, and it's around $7. I don't think I'm allowed to tell you the exact figure, but let's say it's around $7. So people are like, oh my gosh, you're only biased towards the Philippines. First of all, I pick on the Philippines a lot sometimes. Like, I have numerous spotlight videos specifically on Filipinas messing with them. So let's not pretend like I completely only praise the Philippines. But when it comes to the way YouTube works, I actually don't make anything simply because I talk about the Philippines. When I said YouTubers get paid per 1,000 views, it depends on what country is viewing it. So the United States tends to be the most lucrative country to get views from. It's the United States. The second would be like Canada, the UK, and Australia are like some of the top countries that are giving the most per 1,000 views. Don't get mad at me because I don't get to choose the numbers, okay? It's not me. This is not me. But per 1,000 views, when it comes to the Philippines, YouTubers get about 90 cents. Not me. I didn't make this, okay? That's what the YouTube CP values those views. Like that's that. So for everybody who's just like, oh, well, you only talk about the Philippines simply because the Philippines makes you popular. I'm literally would be doing better as a YouTuber if I totally ignored the Philippines, to be honest, because the United States viewers and Australian viewers and the UK viewers are worth more. But I like the Filipinos. That's why I talk about them. The Filipinos are crazy pageant fans like me, okay? We're all crazy pageant fans. So even though I don't make the most simply because I talk about, the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, all those countries are considered very low CP countries and they don't pay anything pretty much. I don't do YouTube for money. I just do it because I like having friends. That's all. I'm just saying, proof isn't, because if I really did YouTube for the money, my primary focus would be American content, not anything from the Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, because it's not actually worth anything. Like the views aren't worth anything. So I'm just saying, because people are like, oh, you just talk about, no, I talk about the Philippines because I like them. Period. I talk about Thailand because they put on a great competition. Period. That's it. When the United States comes around, then I will talk about the United States. It's just they're taking forever. It does. The Philippines is constantly releasing good content to talk about, and it's very interesting, so I talk about it. I talk about what I want on YouTube, not because something pays me or something, like I think I'm going to get a ton of views for it. I've done plenty of videos that I knew weren't going to get a ton of views, but I did it because I wanted to. So that's why I have the YouTube channel. I do what I want to. The moment, who's that? Oh, I see you, Benjamin. But the moment I feel like I'm forced to do something on YouTube, I won't do it. My name is the Sovereign on YouTube for a reason. I'm gonna do what I want, regardless of what anyone has to say about it. That's just what I do. It's what I do, you know? And some people I really feel like just hate the Philippines. I think you guys have a lot of haters, okay? I think Filipinos, just so you know, you guys have some haters. They are mad at you guys. And I don't think it's my fault. I think they get mad at me for talking to you, but I think y'all just have haters and they're just mad at you for winning. I don't know what to say about that. I'm not a hater. I admire you guys for putting out good queens. That's all I have to say about that. Thailand gives me good queens. I talk about them. Vietnam has given me good queens. Talk about them. Give me some queens. That's all I care about. That's it. Which Miss Universe do you openly relate with? Pia. I actually just talked about that in my video. Pia, because the ongoing drama, do we all know about this at this point? The drama between Adriana Gutierrez and Pia Wurtzbach was kicked up just a few days ago during a live stream between the two Colombian queens, Laura Gonzalez, Adriana Gutierrez. They're talking about 2015 all over again. I don't think Adriana I don't think she was throwing shade at Pia. I don't think so. You have to understand, Adriana's she has PTSD a little bit. She's a little bit traumatized by what happened to her in 2015. And let's be totally honest, 2015 is going to live on in pageant history forever. Forever, you guys. It's never going to go away. She's going to talk about it to the end of time. But what I did say in this video, but you guys get the tidbit before what fans overreact about Pia versus, yes, they did. You guys are going to see the video, but I'm going to tell you before the video comes out. Adriana, I would never, let me tell you what Adriana actually said, first of all. Adriana basically said she didn't see Pia as a threat, and she barely saw Pia at all throughout the competition. So Pia was like a ghost, and she really didn't see Pia as like a threat to the crown, so she didn't pay attention to her. Now, I don't really think Adriana meant to throw shade, but I wouldn't have said what Adriana said because, sis, you kind of just outed yourself. Like, I would never do this. I would never publicly admit to underestimating one of the most iconic queens to be crowned ever. I wouldn't have said that. That just makes you seem like a little bit incompetent, just a little bit. And I'm not trying to throw shade, but I'm not going to admit to underestimating Pia Wurtzbach. What are you doing, Adriana? What are you saying? What are you thinking? I wouldn't have admitted to that. And then funny thing is, who was it? I kept getting this wrong in my video. I don't remember if it was Belgium or another, it's a country with a B, but one of the other queens came out and spoke out about Adriana, and she was like, Adriana, the reason you didn't see Pia is because you were too busy hanging out with the rest of the Latina. It's Bulgaria. There it is. Thank you, you guys. I'm letting you know right now, I kept saying it wrong in the video, but I'm gonna add a text too, because I couldn't remember if it was right. But she was like, the reason you didn't see Pia in competition is because you were too busy hanging out with the rest of the Latina queens, looking down at the rest of us. And I was like, oh, burn. I couldn't believe she said it, but it needed to be said because we all know there's catty behavior behind the scenes. Like, we know that, especially when it comes to the Latina queens, there's a bit of elitism going on. We know this, but I'm saying I wouldn't have said that because, number one, that kind of shows that you were behaving kind of in an elitist manner, looking down at Pia and being like, well, I don't see her as a threat, so I don't have to worry about her. So first, let me explain. This is why I identify with Pia, is because I think Pia behaves a lot how I behave. Number one, if you remember 2015, Pia was in a lot of the promo stuff for Miss Universe. Like, she was working a lot behind the scenes. Pia did not have time to be hanging out with random competitors. Pia had Miss Universe work to do. She had gown fittings. She had practices. The girl barely had time to sleep. She does not have time to be chilling with the nonsense of the rest of the queens. I watched a lot of Pia's interviews, and she said, she was like, I was busy and I was tired. And I'm like, of course she was. And when I compete, whether it's in a fitness competition or pageants, I behave the same way. I am not the type of person to be chill during a competition. I have tunnel vision. So when it comes time for me to compete, I'm the crazy girl in the hallway practicing her walk and turns, practicing my lines if I'm performing on stage. Like, I don't have time to hang out. I'm not the hangout one. I'm the crazy one outside pacing back and forth, trying to memorize what I'm supposed to do. And that's the type of work ethic that Pia had. She's not about to be sitting with you guys chilling and having fun. She's a workhorse. And you know what? I bet Miss Universe saw that. I bet Miss Universe noticed her because of that. The work ethic of Pia Wurtzbach is unmatched. And I'm just saying, Adriana did not have to admit to clearly underestimating Pia. I would never have said that. Never. The queens, I don't think Adriana meant to throw shade. I don't. So I'm having mercy on her. I really don't think she meant that. But I'm just like, girl, how could you imagine? Because I couldn't imagine publicly stating, I never saw Pia as a threat. Like, I question your capacity to be a decent, competitor if you can't even judge who's your major competition. Because if I'm in competition, damn well I know who I have to look out for. If I'm in a major competition, I know who's my threat. Adriana was not paying attention. Like, girl, what were you doing? What were you doing? She shouldn't have said that, but she wasn't throwing shade. I don't think she was throwing shade. She was just being silly, though. She definitely did out herself. She shouldn't have said nothing. Laura Gonzalez is my favorite. I do follow, it's very funny that I follow all of these women on Instagram right now. I still follow them. I still follow Pia. I still follow Adriana. I still follow Laura. All of them. All of them. Iris is yeah. Iris Matinare's, her reign is forgettable. It kind of was. It was. Quite honestly, that was one season of Miss Universe that I was just like, it wasn't as epic as the rest of them were. It wasn't as epic. And I was just like, oh, okay. It wasn't as good. Miss Universe Philippines. Whoa. I'm reading a lot of you. Do you think Amanda deserved to win? Yeah, I have no problem with Amanda being crowned. I just had issues. We all had issues with her answers, but that's about it. Do you have any idea where is Miss Universe 2020 is happening? I have no idea. I have no idea. Anybody know? Does anybody know where Miss Universe is going to be? Because I think we're all waiting for that, okay? We're all waiting for that. Someone's talking about Billy Don here. I would be floored if Billy Don won Miss Philippines. I would be floored. You want to see a reaction? That would be a reaction. Not to say that she's like horrible, but she's not developed enough. Billy Don is kind of the same as like Emmy from Thailand. They're not developed enough to be able to snag a crown. Billy Don is gorgeous. The girl is drop dead beautiful. And I think we all saw that during our opening ceremony, but her capacity to perform on stage is not that of a Miss Universe. And she's just not ready. A 19-year-old can totally, I said this in the Miss World video, a 19-year-old can win Miss Universe, but you have to be 100% sure in yourself to be able to win. And a lot of young people just aren't there. So hopefully, I can't wait to see Miss Philippines. I can't wait. Those girls had better be better though. Like, they have had so much time to develop. I expect the same thing from like the Miss USA contestants. They have had so much time to develop themselves. I expect some amazing, outstanding performances, because if after all this time you have done nothing, I will be so hurt. Like, as a fan, I need to put this on a charger. For those of you who haven't been in my house before, my house. I'm reading comments. I would have to actually read Punika's actual responses. Look, there's Spider-Man on my wall. My brother put that there and it makes him happy. So I would have to, is there no charger here? Where's my charger? I would have to actually read the answers that Punika put for her thing, because Amanda's answers weren't the best. But like I said before, I don't think Punika really did the best she could during evening gown. That gown was just not, it wasn't a finals gown. I don't know what people are thinking using I'm plugging in my phone because I don't want my live stream to just die on you guys. I don't know what people are thinking using these nude gowns as a finals gown. It's really not. It's not. The death of the nude gown, please. Can I please have the death of the nude gown? I'm done with it. I'm over it. I'm tired of it. I just don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see it anymore. I can't remember. When's the last time I saw a nude gown I actually gave a crap about? When is the last time? Let me think. Demi? No. Curacao had a good like shiny silver gown, but I'm so tired of it. I'm just done with it all. This better be charging properly, otherwise I'm going to be highly upset. Venezuela. Everybody knows Catriona's gown was great. Everyone knows that. Like that common knowledge. Common knowledge that Catriona's gown was fantastic, okay? What about nude string bikini? I don't think any competition would go that far. Maybe Venezuela, because they tend to do that. But most competitions wouldn't do a nude string bikini because they look naked and like it's a bit much. Even for Miss Universe, even for Miss Grand, I think that would just be a bit much. It would just be a bit much. Miss Universe on what? I don't think we're going to have a virtual pageant. I don't think Miss Universe wants to do that. Who do you think is the most iconic Miss Universe ever? It would probably be one of the Trump era queens, simply because the Trump era tend to be it wouldn't be because of their performances, it would be because of their reigns. Because the Trump era had a lot of drama going on behind the scenes. Like there was it was a Colombian queen that he called Miss Piggy. He called her fat on camera several times. He had her like work out on camera to like lose the weight. Gross. That's gross. Disgusting. Quite honestly. Oh, is it Venezuela? You guys know, you know me. I will, for whatever reason, Venezuela and the Colombian girls. Yeah, okay. So they're telling me, they're like, it's Venezuela. There we go. That's why I have you guys. You're so reliable with your knowledge. I love you. I haven't memorized like all the Trump era queens. Obviously, those aren't ones that I have completely committed to memory, but I do remember them, obviously. I just don't remember like who's who exactly. Because even like the early 2000s, I know a lot of those queens, but if you ask me like specific years or specific countries, I'd be like, maybe a little bit I know them. Maybe a little bit. Maybe. But I'm honest about it, okay? India, because people were asking me about India. I would very much, because I didn't get to say this in the Miss World video, and I should have said it in the Miss World video, but I was, flying through that. I had my mind set on what needed to be said. But India, the reason that India constantly wins Miss World is because I said in my Miss World video that Miss World tends to cater to a more conservative type of queen. India tends, as a culture, they tend to prefer a more demure, delicate type of queen, and India is used to presenting their women that way. Though, ironically, I've met Indian women and I know a little bit about Indian women, and I know in their personal lives, behind the scenes, Indian women are incredibly feisty. Those girls are fiery. Like, most of you probably haven't, but Indian mothers, I mean, they get with it. They are tough cookies. But when it comes to publicly presenting themselves, Indian women like to be very classic and very demure and very graceful, which is why India does very well in Miss World, because Miss World loves that. But for India to do well in Miss Universe, they're going to have to let that undercover feistiness come out. That's what I want to say. Wouldn't we just love to see an Indian woman slay on a Miss Universe stage? I've been waiting for it to happen for the longest time, because they have the beauty, they have the elegance. I just need them to bring that fire, and I know they have it. They just like hide it. I need it to come out. I need the fire. I've seen it. Show the rest of the world. Trump versus IMG queens, that would be good. I have thought about that actually a lot, because like if I were to rank the the Trump era queens with IMG standards, the same queens wouldn't win. They wouldn't win. It would be a different outcome. The Trump era was more focused on beautiful women, very airbrush perfected women. They wanted like a very perfect Barbie type of woman. But all her movements, her turns, her walk needed to be absolutely pristine and perfect. And that's kind of the style in which Venezuela and Colombia still perform to this day. They haven't really updated to match the styles of IMG. So though they're getting very close to crownings, they're not really making the threshold because they are still too perfect. They're too airbrushed. Have you ever seen like a picture that's been overly airbrushed? That's Trump era right there. That's a Trump era type of deal happening. Where can I watch Miss Earth? Oh, are you talking about like the actual competition for, because Miss Earth, I think the Miss Earth contestants compete over like a period of weeks and then they have a finale. But I've been watching the competitions through live streams done by like a lot of you or other YouTubers. Thank goodness. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wish, a lot of people were like, oh, you should be a Miss USA contestant. And I'm like, I would. I totally would if it didn't cost basically a car. Because in a lot of countries, and I said this in other live streams. Why do I feel like it's lighting? That's weird. In the United States, pageants are incredibly expensive. I've heard that South Africa's pageant costs like $10 to enter. Meanwhile, in California, you pay $2,000. So if you ever wonder, oh, why don't you compete? It's because they're trying to get like they want your house to compete in a United States pageant. Like it costs so much money. Otherwise, yeah, I would compete like every year, but and then there's a lot of bias that happens within the United States that I clearly can see. And I'm going to do a couple stories about that, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Now, in the national pageant, I don't think there's a lot of bias. But when it comes to state pageants and regional pageants, bias, bias. Yeah, California. Yeah, yeah. And I live in California. California is incredibly biased. Okay. And I've said this to some of you before who have been here, but I made a list one time, like I was doing my whole rankings the way all pageant fans do. We were making a fan favorite list. I made my list for California one year. Tell me why not one girl on my top 10 list made top 10. Never, ever in the history of ever. I like everybody gets certain predictions wrong. It's very hard to get everything right, but never in my life have I had a list so utterly disastrous as was the list that I made for California. Okay. So I was just like, no, I'm not that bad to where no one on my top 10 list made it. Biased. Biased. And then the girl that won California, like it was no, just no, just no. So I'm just like, there's a lot of bias to be had. And I'm just like, I do have a Patreon. People like, open a Patreon. I do have a Patreon. And I'm going to start uploading more on my Patreon because there's things that happen in my everyday life that I can share on Patreon. So that's nice. Who's the worst pageant girl that really angered you? That's a long list. Like you would at least have to narrow that down. Like, are we talking just Miss Universe? Because every pageant I watch, I find at least one person where it's just like, where did you come from and why are you here? But yeah, I don't think Thailand really had queens that like made me upset, but the United States gives me queens like that every year. Every year. Just where you just watch them and you can tell like they don't know how to walk in heels. Their knees are bent. Like it looks so bad, you guys. It looks so bad. Their dresses are like frumpy. They're not fitted. Like insane. It's bad. It's the United States. And I tried because I understand that queens try really hard. They try really hard and maybe they didn't have a coach. So I try not to like drag any of the queens and I just want them to do their best. But I think maybe one day I will have to say some things that need to be said because there have been some girls walking in swimsuit that I was just like, huh? What are you? It looked like she was hurt. Like it looked like the girl were physically injured the way that they were walking. It was so bad. It was bad. And then there's like, we have some style mishaps. You can't win state and not have a coach. Well, it depends on what state. In the United States, like you can win Idaho And maybe you can win Idaho, you can win Iowa, you can win Rhode Island and not have a coach. You can. You can't win Miss USA and not have a coach. No, can't do that. But there's certain states in the United States you can win those. You can win those. But I do want to do a video about like style mishaps that I have seen in Miss USA, because Miss USA gives me some of like the funniest pageant moments. Like Thailand and Philippines and Venezuela, Colombia, they tend to be so polished as competitors that there's not too much to really pick on them about. It's just minuscule issues. But the United States brings me ridiculousness. There was one girl who girl was incredibly beautiful. She was representing New York. I think it was 2 years ago. It was 2018. I feel like it was 2018. Representing New York. Originally came from Puerto Rico, but she was representing New York. Girl was gorgeous, beautiful. Couldn't wait to see her on stage. And she was one of my favorites. Tell me why this girl came on stage in a bright yellow ball gown that she was too short for. That thing swallowed her. She looked like she was wrapped in tulle and fabric, and a dinosaur egg on top of her head. I kid you not. You would think I'm exaggerating, but look it up. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. It's New York in a yellow dress, and she's got this big old bun on her head that looks like a dinosaur egg. I was hot. I was mad. I was so mad. I was mad. I was so upset because she was a beautiful girl and she ruined it. Could you imagine having a gorgeous girl and just ruining it? That's what she did. It was a travesty. That competition was something else, because that, yes, the bun was huge. It was huge. It looked like she just had like a big rock on her head. And I'm just like, and what style handbook said that this was okay? And then she was in that bright yellow dress that she looked like a little kid wearing her mommy's dress. It was just too much fabric. And I'm just like, she's such a good competitor, and it ruined everything. It ruined everything. I was so mad. Oh, just. And even in the same competition, it was Wisconsin, another wonderful competitor. Girl can walk 4 days. She actually represented the United States in Miss Supranational, I believe. And that girl showed up with a cinnamon bun on her head. That's what it looked like. It looked like a cinnamon bun. Half of her hair was down, and half of her hair was wrapped up into a crazy bun. And I'm just like, yes, it was Regina. I was so mad. I was so mad because the girl can walk. She can walk. But when you see her on stage, all you saw was that doggone bun. The irritation. The irritation that I felt. Because it's one thing if she's like, if they're already not a good competitor, then I don't really care. I'm like, fine. I'm not going to get super invested. But when it's a good competitor that I really want to see and I look forward to seeing, and then they mess it up like that, I'm mad. I'm so upset. Because you guys, like, imagine instead of Catriona having that beautiful moment where she was like glorious and wonderful, Catriona came out in like a 2010s era, half up, half down, frilly, hideous lavender dress that looked like it was for someone's junior prom, like that. Could you imagine if Kat had done that to us, and the outrage that fans would have felt with a bun, right? With like, no, not even a bun. Like, imagine like Princess Leia bun. She did like two buns and then had like a a hideous 2010s junior prom violet dress. Like the outrage of the world. It would have been over. Like, that woman would have had to change countries or something. But that's what the United States does to me every year. Every year I get that one queen who it's just like, who styled you? Who styled you? Who I'm not gonna 100% blame the girls, because I think they're all forced to still wear Sherry Hill, which is just another thing. I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God. But the styling choices, my dears. The styling choices. I see someone's asking about Curacao. I have been stalking Curacao. She knows I've been stalking her. I have no shame in my game. Okay. Everyone knows I'm a pageant fan. So even though I do YouTube, I'm a serious, like, hardcore pageant fan. So I fangirl on the regular on the girls' pages. Okay. You will go through their comment section. You might find me. You might find me fangirling on their pages, because I do love them and I support them and I want them to know that I support them. And Curacao, after I did that video on her, I'm pretty sure she saw it and she's been, the girl's fighting. She is fighting. And I love to see it. I love to see it. She's beautiful. Have you guys seen Curacao? I'm just saying, go check Curacao's Instagram page. The girl is gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I really hope she's doing better when it comes to her confidence. It seems like she is. It seems like she is. I want her confidence to be like sky high because that's what she's gonna need to beat people like Colombia and Venezuela because the Venezuelans, they're born with more confidence than they need. It takes a lot to take them down. It takes a lot. So I really hope that she's working on that confidence because the girl's, Curaçao's glorious. She looks gorgeous. She looks amazing. That's why I'm like, I don't want her to kill it for me. Like, don't look amazing, but not give me that fire on stage. Cause then I'm gonna be salty about it. I'm taking it personally because then you're teasing me and I don't like to be teased, okay? Don't give me a beautiful queen and then she can't walk on stage. I'm gonna have a fit. I will have an absolute fit. If you give me a gorgeous girl that can't walk, I will hit the floor. You want to see a reaction? Do that to me. I'll be so upset. I will be so upset. Because there's certain girls like you expect for them to do so well. And then you see them on stage and you're just like, what? What? That's like if you give me a Venezuelan that doesn't know how to walk in heels. I'm gonna be like, what world am I living in? What world is this? That this girl doesn't, huh? Huh? Don't do that to me. I have to mentally prepare myself for Miss USA because guaranteed they do that to me every year without fail. Miss USA loves to get a reaction out of me. They love to do it to me. Just, oh. Have I seen the new Miss Puerto Rico? I don't think I've seen the new Miss Puerto Rico. I did see Malta. I saw people, Venus' performance was a little bit off. Y'all can argue with me about it all you want, but I can actually, I have proof, okay? I will get the playback of Vina. She was off balance during one of her walk around turns, and then that smile was forced as all hell. I don't know how old she is. She should still be able to compete, as far as I know. As far as I know, she should still be able to compete. Are you open to judge Miss Universe Philippines in the future? I would die and come back to life just to do that. I would love to judge Miss Universe Philippines. Like, I wonder what the rules for that. Am I allowed to fangirl as a judge? I need to know. Like, I fangirl over a lot of girls, regardless of if they're going to win or not. I just like doing it. But I'm just like, I know that people were like, you can't smile if you're a judge. Like, come on. I need to do a little bit of fangirling. It's in my spirit. I need to do that. I'm assuming Vina can join again. What would you say about Miss Vietnam? I did do a whole video on Miss Vietnam. And I do believe, wait, I'm thinking. Indonesia, I'm going to have to double check on that. I'm going to have to double check. Would I ever join a pageant again? People have asked me about that. And now that I'm a YouTuber and I'm pretty sure most pageants are aware of my existence at this point. I just don't want people to hold it against me that I am a pageant, mixologist commentator on YouTube. Because I feel like maybe a director might be intimidated by the fact that I have my channel, by the fact that I have been outspoken. On top, I mean, if I was able to cover the financial impact of getting into a pageant, because that's the biggest bar for me right now, because I'm still eligible, but it's so expensive in the United States. Like, it's so expensive. But if I could get over that, maybe I would compete again. But I feel like pageant directors might be intimidated by the fact that I have a channel and hold it against me. And yeah, that wouldn't be fair. I don't want to spend all that money and then not be fairly judged. Like, if I lose, I lose. I can accept, I will crown a queen myself, to be totally honest, but I want to have a fair shot. And there's been a couple times where I competed in like smaller pageants just to see if I liked it, as a test run, kind of, to see if I liked it. And I competed and the judging was horrendously biased and my experience was horrible. It was a very bad impression, horrible impression. So it's just, it's iffy for me. I would cover Miss Mexico and Miss Colombia, absolutely. I don't think we have a Mexican queen yet. I do not think we have a Mexican queen yet. When is Miss USA? Miss USA is November 9th. I do believe that is what Athena told us in the Miss World video. Let's see. Imagine if Vina joins Miss Universe India and win. Wow. Yeah, that would be something. That would be something. Ooh. I don't think she would do that. Can she do that? Is she still considered a citizen? Huh. Are there European countries you think are silent killers? Yes. European countries, like besides France, because I think that's one European country we all expect to do decently. I would say Albania, actually. Albania has presented very wonderful women for the last 4 or 5 years. The only reason Albania, I think, hasn't been making finals is because of their interview. Because the girls have confidence and they're incredibly beautiful. They present very well on stage, but their interview skills, I think, are destroying them when it comes to getting into finals. Because honestly, there should be more European powerhouses. And it's just like, what is going on over there? What is happening? The European countries have just not been doing so hot. They haven't. But Albania should have been placing. So the only reason I could think that they're not placing is their interview skills are just terrible. Because everything else seems like would have been okay. But then again, the consistency of European countries is questionable. Questionable. What are they doing over there? If I could just do a European tour, okay? Because I've never touted myself to be a honestly, I could be, because I do coach for fitness competitors, and they basically have to do the same thing that pageant girls have to do. They have to walk on stage, they have to do turns and poses, they have to do the same thing. So technically, I guess if I can coach those girls, I can coach pageant girls, same difference. But pageant girls, I think it's coaching's a bit more fun. I like that better. But I've never really said, I should be a coach. But for Europe, I think Europe can use any help that they can get, to be honest. Like, to be totally honest. They can use all the help. So I'm not like, I'm not saying I'm Lou Sierra, but quite honestly, I would send a 5-year-old to Europe if I felt like it could help, because they need help. Just, sorry, Europe, y'all need help. So if you need help, I volunteer as tribute, I guess. Ukraine and Spain. I haven't seen much. I've been expecting Spain to do better, but Spain seems pretty inconsistent and hasn't really like wowed me. Even when Spain did place in the finals, I knew they weren't going to do much. I just haven't been getting wowed by European countries, and that's why I'm like, what's going on? Malta this year is gorgeous. Like the girl is phenomenally beautiful, stunning. So I really hope she needs to practice in her technical ability on stage. So I really hope she's working on that, because she looks good. She looks good. Oh my gosh, yes. Let's see. I'm going through. We talked about when it comes to like the body stuff, when it comes to competitors. I just wish girls would go to the gym more. I don't really care about being skinny, because being skinny to me doesn't give you like the best body. That doesn't mean you have a great body. It's just because you're skinny. Okay. So, and I've seen girls, they think that because they're skinny, they have a fabulous body. And I'm like, no, babe, no. And I don't really care about a woman's body in like an everyday capacity, but a pageant is still partly a fitness competition. You still have to be physically fit. And if these girls are trying to attain the most beautiful body, you do have to go to the gym. You do have to work for it. Very weird. Anyways, I might as well just do the outro now. Sorry, guys. I told you I plugged in my phone and then it died. Why? I don't know. Even though it's plugged in the whole time. So there's the plug, and yet it died on me. I feel very betrayed, and yet some of you are incredibly patient. That was insane. You guys, the dedication from you guys is insane. Wow. I could cry. I feel very special right now. But yeah, I like ran to my studio and then I ran back over here, and then I'm like, I don't even know how to end the live stream if my phone dies. Don't know how to end it. I went on my laptop right here, and that's why I was like chatting with you guys, and I'm like, what's happening? I don't know. YouTube hijacked my live stream. I'm just going to blame YouTube because it makes me feel better. Why would that happen? I have my phone plugged in and literally I don't know how to end the live stream if I'm not on my phone. I went on my laptop and I was just like, I might as well just end it so you guys aren't trapped here. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. YouTube world. See the nonsense that we got to put up with, but I mean that's what we deal. That's what we do. That's there's hair in my mouth. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my god, it won't get out of there. Like get out of there. Technology 2020, right? Yeah, 2020, you know. That's what we're dealing with here. I kind of do want to do a video about do I think Vienna's in Vietnam. I thought you said Vienna. I was like, what? Did we talk about that? I kind of want to do a video about the political situation in the United States because I feel like though most of you are not American citizens, most of you guys are watching the nonsense that's going on over here. So if I can provide a little bit of explanation. I do not take up for my country at all. It's very embarrassing. So I don't mind if you guys are laughing at the United States because I don't blame you. But I kind of just want to do a video explaining it so that the people around the world who are clueless about what's going on are just like, how does the voting process work? I guess I could provide some sort of explanation for our nonsense, ridiculousness over here. My own country. It's very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. I just don't. You guys, if you knew, like if those of you who have been watching knew the half of how the United States operates, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Just just Have you watched Miss Universe Philippines 2020 speaks a different language? I don't think so. Don't vote for Trump. No, please, can we not? Like, just don't do that. That's like, and I'm not saying the other candidate's the greatest candidate in the world, but like voting for Trump's like voting for Darth Vader. Like, do you really want Emperor Trump? You hated the debate. If you haven't seen the presidential debate of the United States and you need something to laugh at, if you need something to just brighten your day a bit, go watch it. Just go ahead and go watch it. I give you full permission to laugh at my country because that is the worst debate anyone has ever seen. Our president was yelling and interrupting and just behaving so badly. It's so bad. It's just bad. It's bad. So I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry for my country's embarrassment. Like I'm looking into gaining citizenship somewhere else. If Trump wins, don't be surprised if I end up in a country near you. I'm not staying here. I refuse. I can't do it. He's crazy. I can't. Look at what we're going through. Like I heard, like I'm watching the Thailand competition and like everybody's outside and walking around. They look really pretty and everybody's like able to like not wear masks or some of them do wear masks, but it looks like a very comfortable situation and it looks like it's handled. And meanwhile, the United States is just, it's embarrassing. I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain. It's just terrible. It's terrible. I have to drive to a whole different county to go to the gym. Like it's, I don't even know what to do, you guys. There's no words. There's no words. There's no words. All my happiness is like when I get to get on YouTube and talk to you guys. You guys are my happiness, just so you know. Like you guys are my friends. I don't really hang out with anyone. I don't really see anyone. Like I just hang out with you guys. That's it. So I love you. You guys are like my only friends. Like I post on Instagram and then I talk to you guys. And then I like talk in the Discord and I'm talking to you guys. And then I get on YouTube and I talk to you guys. Like you're my best friends, okay? Well, you guys and my mom. But I don't think most people count my mom. But that's you guys are the only people I talk to or hang out with or tell stuff to. So just so you know, you are very special to me. That's why I get very like emotional when YouTube tells me I can't post videos for you guys. Cause then I'm just like, that's basically like telling me I'm grounded. That's basically YouTube saying, nope, you're grounded. You can't talk to your friends. And I'm just like, excuse me? I want to talk to my YouTube friends. Don't tell me I can't post a video. I get very upset about it. You guys are like my fun. That's why I get a little bit irritated when like beauty queens do dumb things because pageants are, am I in the LA area? No, I am in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area. But when beauty queens do dumb things and then I have to put on the crown of shade and I have to be very unhappy. I don't like to be unhappy, especially when it comes to pageant world, because pageant world is the source of my happiness. I get all my happiness from pageant world. So when pageant world is being bad, it really upsets me because it's like, great. Great. This is my one place where I get to be happy and I get to be bubbly and all my friends are here. And now you guys are behaving badly, or Canada's putting out ridiculous headshots. Like, I don't come to pageant world to be unhappy. I come to pageant world to see the beauty and the glamour and the glitz and the walks and the turns and the style. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for nonsense. That's honestly why I get upset with like when pageant girls give me lackluster competitions, lackluster styling, lackluster headshots, then it like ruins the fun for us because we want to see the greatness. And if you're giving us less than that, like what's the fun in watching pageants if you're not bringing us the glamour, the beauty, the skills? Like what's the fun in looking at your headshots if they look like you took it on a webcam? Just saying, what's the fun? You're ruining the fun for me. Don't ruin my fun. Okay, because I have nothing else. None of us can go out. We can't go to parties. We can't go to restaurants, at least not in the United States. Maybe Thailand people are having a lot more fun than we are. Seems like you are. Seems like you guys are having fun, and I'm not because I'm stuck in the house. Just, who would you like to host Miss Universe this year? Since I think Steve Harvey is done with, oh my gosh, well, I'm hoping I get a call from Miss Universe. Probably never going to happen. Probably never going to happen. I don't know. I would like to see a true pageant, like aficionado fan host, like someone entertaining, someone fun. God, who's fun and entertaining and pretty? I would have to think about it. Can any of the former Miss Universes, because I don't think any of the former Miss Universes have personalities enough to be a good host. To be a host, you have to have a sort of personality. It's kind of like having a YouTube channel. To have a YouTube channel, you need to have a little bit, somewhat of a personality, because otherwise it's just like, nobody wants to watch you. I'm well aware people watch me sometimes just to laugh at me, and that's totally fine. But I do have a bit of a personality. Otherwise, if I sat here and was a totally lackluster, normal type of woman, what is the point in me having a YouTube channel? I mean, who is a good host? I don't know. I'd have to think about that. It's really hard. Like, oh my gosh, really hard. Because I don't think, like, RuPaul is a personality, but I don't think he's the right fit for Miss Universe. I don't know, like Michelle Obama's fun, but she's not really right. Like, who? You have to have someone in an official capacity, but at the same time, a fun personality. It's very hard to get that, like match that up. So I don't know. I don't really know who's gonna host. I hope Miss Universe finds someone like super fun. I hope so. I hope so. I would really like to see Miss Universe do different things with like their stages and their setup, because everybody likes to use that LED back screen and everything. And I'm like, that's cool, but I want to see you do something with the stage. I want to see, like, the way that Miss France does their stage. I want to see things done, please. If Steve Harvey is done, please don't bring Miss USA hosts. No. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm not going to say you're wrong, because you're not wrong. So you're not wrong. That's why I was like, who could host? Mandy Moore, I could get behind that. I'm just like, and Mandy Moore can sing, so technically she can be a presenter, but one of the singers for who can host? That's hard. That's hard. Because the only personalities that I know are other YouTubers. Wow, is that true? Do we really no longer have any like decent personality? Trevor Noah would be great. Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Andy Cohen, yes. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. These I can get behind. These are prime ideas, you guys. Prime ideas. Trevor Noah, I would look a little bit biased because Trevor Noah is one of my celebrity crushes. Okay, what can I say? The man, like, he makes me laugh. I love any man that makes me laugh. But he's funny. He's eloquent. He's good. I would be totally happy with a Trevor Noah. Yes. Andy Cohen, yes. Absolutely. Those were fantastic ideas, you guys. Wow. I never would have thought of that. And I watch Trevor Noah all the time. See, this is why people need to listen to the fans. I listen to you guys because you're smart. I'm never going to discount the fact that my court is smart. You guys tell me stuff all the time. I totally listen to you. If I was ever like in a competition, I told you guys about it, I would tell you, and you guys would help me like pick out my gown and stuff because you guys are smart. You're smart. Like what do I look like not talking to you? You guys are smart. People should listen to pageant fans more. If anybody knows the correct stuff to do, it would be the pageant fans. Not even the girls themselves. It would be the fans. Jimmy Fallon, yeah. Yeah, a lot of the comedy show people would be very good. A lot of them. I don't think I've seen Miss Vietnam recently. I think I've gotten a couple of what is it, DMs in my Instagram about Miss Vietnam. People send me stuff about India, Vietnam, Indonesia, mostly those countries. Those are my top 3 that are always in my Instagram DMs, people sending them to me. Am I a part of the BTS army? I have a deep respect for BTS because of their like actual work. I don't know what y'all are gonna murder me, but I don't know any of the BTS songs. I am so sorry. I just don't. I just don't. And it's not because I'm avoiding it. I was never in a position to know the BTS songs. So I might have to do a video of me just listening to BTS songs. I think that would be fun because there's a couple songs of like K-pop that I actually really used to like. And then there was one song that I totally forgot the name of, and I loved that song forever. But I did want to do a video about me getting into K-pop listening. Now, I will say there is ATs. I love ATs though. There's one of the boys from ATs, and I watched his fan cam and I was just like, oh my God, who is that? I saw and I was just like, what? Look, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I can get behind some K-pop boys, but one of the guys from ATs caught me off guard. His fan cam, I love a man that can dance. He had rhythm, he had style, he was cute. I was like, oh. I was fangirling for a hot second. I'm just like, I don't know who he is, but I like him. I'm gonna have to do a video about it because, oh, yes. And then people get surprised. They're like, oh my gosh, wait, you like Korean boys? I like any good looking guy. Let's be honest about this. Any good looking guy. I don't care. I don't care. Any good looking guy. You can be Asian, black, white, Filipino. Like, I just don't care. You're cute. You're cute. I'm not going to argue with you. Like, if you're adorable, you're adorable. See, you guys are giving me all these suggestions. Now I'm gonna have to go and like listen to music. But I kind of want to do a reaction of me listening to BTS songs. Kind of want to do it. Kind of want to do it. Why do the just question Mario Lopez? I could get behind Mario Lopez as a host. I could. Have you seen the chapters of Miss Peru? I have not. I've heard about that one before. EXO, I have. I'm super interested, but I might have to do a reaction of me listening to a BTS music. But here's the thing that happened. I was a little traumatized by BTS maybe a year ago because you guys know I used to do Uber driving in like my free time and whatnot. And BTS actually came to Los Angeles to perform at the Rose Bowl. I didn't know this because I wasn't a part of the army. Like wasn't doing nothing, but I was driving for Uber and the concert for BTS had ended and I got a request to pick somebody up at the BTS concert, but I didn't know it was a BTS concert. I'm just following orders to go pick someone up. So I go, to the place to pick people up. You guys, I'm so traumatized by BTS. Tell me why I was stuck in traffic, not moving for 2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours. Like trapped. I couldn't even get out if I wanted to. I was trapped in the streets of Pasadena next to Hollywood near a BTS concert. Oh, I was traumatized. I was like, never again. I will never, ever again even go to a city where BTS is performing. The traffic was insane. It was insane. Never again. I'm so traumatized. I don't even drive in Pasadena anymore because I'm that traumatized. BTS scared the living everything out of me. I don't want to be near them. I'm sorry, I can't do it. The fans are crazy. The traffic's insane. I can't do it. Can't do it. Sorry. Won't do it again. Favorite Miss Universe edition? I think that was 2010. I feel like it was that the one? Because there was red dress, short hair, Jamaica. I think that was 2010 because that finals competition was stacked as all hell. And I'm pretty sure we're not counting like 2015, right? Think we're not counting 2015. If Michelle Gumbau nails her walk, it's game over. I hope she, because the walk I was concerned about. You guys heard that in the video that I was concerned about her walk. So hopefully it's better. Thoughts on Adriana calling we talked about that earlier during the stream, but I don't think Adriana was necessarily throwing shade, but like I said, I would never have come out publicly and said I underestimated one of the most iconic Miss Universes ever to be crowned. Wouldn't have said that, because that's what Adriana was basically saying. She underestimated Pia. And that's number one, I don't underestimate people because people typically underestimate me. But that's not something that I would ever say publicly, because that's basically showing that you're not the most competent competitor if you don't know who your competition is. I wouldn't have said that. Wouldn't have said it. Yeah, she should have kind of. Yeah, I don't think she was really throwing shade, but she kind of threw shade at herself, because it's just like, how do you underestimate Pia? 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 Like, the reason you didn't see Pia during competition was because Pia's a workhorse and she had better things to do than to be hanging out with you. That's why Pia had things to do. She was in a lot of promo for Miss Universe. She was busy. That's why you didn't see her. Like, I wouldn't have said nothing, girl. And then who was it? You guys told me. I think it was Bulgaria. I think it was Bulgaria that came out and said stuff. And Bulgaria was not pulling her punches. She was impressed. I was like, wow. Wow. 2004? No, I'm talking Jamaica. Gosh, what edition of Miss Universe was that? It's Bulgaria. Yeah, it's Bulgaria. I was getting Belgium and Bulgaria mixed up, but I remembered what she said. So see, you guys know, sometimes I get things mixed up. There's a lot of pageant stuff in my head, okay? Every now and then the wires do get crossed. Was it I feel like it was 2010 because it's an older edition of Miss Universe. It could be 2014 though, because maybe the staging was a little bit the same. It might have been 2014 because that was Nia Sanchez. Nia Sanchez was 2014. That's right. See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. But then again, I think 2010, maybe that was Yandy. Was that Yandy Phelps? Was Miss Universe Jamaica? There's a lot of Jamaicas that were just good, though. There's a lot of Jamaicas that were just good. I wonder why 2010 is sticking in my head. It's for a reason. Okay, that's why. That's why. There's always a reason why it's there, and I just don't always know why. But my brain remembers. The outro now. Oh, God. Sorry, no. I told you I plugged in my phone. No. Why am I listening to myself on my own laptop? It traumatizes me to hear myself. People around me will watch my videos, and I, like, run away. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And you would think it would bother me during editing, but it really doesn't. I won't watch my live streams, though. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. Okay, so see, I told you guys there's a reason why I remember certain things, and I don't necessarily know why immediately, but there's a reason why. So yeah, 2010 was Yandy. That's why I was remembering her. See? There's a reason. Even though my brain does weird stuff sometimes, there's a reason for it, I promise. Oh, yeah. I am kind of tired of national pageants having better staging than Miss Universe. I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully they kick it up. Hopefully. I don't know. Hopefully, though. Jamaica's a diamond in the rough. Jamaica's one of those countries that really should be a powerhouse, but they just don't have, they need the technical training. Honestly, Jamaica just needs one good coach and they would be a powerhouse. Jamaica would be a threat. Jamaica would be a threat. But Jamaica's just good because everything Jamaica has is natural. Everything they have, it's not trained. It's because it comes to those girls naturally. Could you imagine if they had the actual training to back up that natural ability? That would be outstanding. Jamaica just needs one decent coach and those girls would be so amazing. I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't know what's going on. Jamaica has the capacity to be a powerhouse. They just need to hire one good coach. That's it. I watch those girls during their national competition, and a lot of those girls have a natural confidence and natural ability on stage. They just need technical training. That's it. They're a diamond in the rough. That's it. Give them help. Somebody go help Jamaica. This close to being a powerhouse. Miss USA, look, Miss USA girls are trying this year. The past years, but I think this year I've been the toughest on Miss USA girls, so maybe that's why they're trying so hard, but they've gotten better cuz yeah, the last couple of years it's been like, why are you bringing me princesses? Like I'm getting a lot of Miss World elegance on here, and that's not going to win you a Miss Universe title. But it seems like this year they're doing their best to really kick it up. If you watch the Instagrams of like New York and Florida, Texas is starting to do it too. They're really putting themselves out there, and they're really giving me Miss Universe quality like pictures and photos, and it really seems like they're trying. So I'm like, okay, we're getting somewhere finally, because usually I only get that type of capacity from like the Philippines. The Philippines puts out quality photos and content constantly. Their contestants are constantly putting out just everything. The United States has just now started to do that, and I'm like, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So hopefully. What about India this year? I think we spoke about India a little bit earlier in the stream. India needs to give me attitude. That's the only thing holding India back. That's it. They have the elegance, they have the beauty, they have the speaking ability, they have the capacity to be a Miss Universe. They need to bring out that fiery confidence. That's all they need. Which is hilarious to me because I know Indian women have it. They just don't typically display it publicly. But Indian women have the ability to be fiery. I know, I've seen, okay? It's just usually they reserve that for like their children or their husbands or something, and they do it like behind closed doors. But like India, that's the only thing India is missing. That's it. That's literally it. They would win. But they just need to come out of that shell. Like, girl, let us have it. Light us on fire. Do it. What is that? When is Miss Universe organization going to accept us for 11 girls? There is no height requirement for Miss Universe. There is no height requirement. Now, I will say there is a height bias when it comes to a lot of national competitions. Like the United States, we have a height bias for sure, but there is no height requirement. So, I mean, in all your short, shrimpy glory, put on your tippy top shoes and blow the rest of those tall girls out of the water to the point where the organization has no choice but to crown you. It can be done. I am not the tallest woman either, okay? Like, I've seen the girls on Miss Universe are like 5'10". I am not that. I am fun-sized, okay? I'm a pint-sized princess, but I can walk the pants off a tall woman, no problem. Height has nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing. Miss Ohio is she's on my list as top 5. So to me, she's not underrated. I put her exactly where she belongs, top 5. Period. Yeah, I know I probably need to do a video about that, about height, because I know Miss Grand has a height requirement, which is ridiculous to me. Ridiculous, which is why Miss Grand is not one of like my top 2 pageants. The pageants I enjoy watching are mostly Miss Universe and Miss Earth. Those are the pageants I enjoy watching. Now, Miss Grand, I enjoy watching, but I don't like their bias. They put on a good show, but I don't like their bias. It's a bit too vain for even my taste. Okay, I adore a pretty woman, but it's the vanity of Miss Earth is not, or not Miss Earth. Miss Grand is not something that I can really get around right now. I need them to have a little bit more purpose and a little bit more diversity and acceptance. Like a height requirement for what? For what? Okay. Are they implementing a cabinet opening contest? Because then, yeah, it's understandable. Okay. I can't open a cabinet to save my life. I have to climb on the counters. I'm going to be honest about that. But as far as I know, that's not a part of their competition requirements. So there. Let's see. Be an admin. I don't know. If someone asked you to be an admin of, I know about Missology. Are you talking about like for their pages? As far as I know, they're perfectly fine on their own, but I'm just like, as long as I have no problem helping anyone or doing anything when it regards pageants, because number one, I love pageants. I really do. So as long as I'm allowed to continue with my YouTube channel and I'm not being felt like I'm being held back in any capacity, I'm totally down. I'm totally down. The moment where people try to silence me or restrict me, I'm gonna have a problem with that. Not to say, like, I expect people's boundaries and people's rules. Like, for example, if I was suddenly crowned, I don't know, like Miss USA, which is never going to happen, but let's say I was Miss USA and the Miss USA organization said, hey, you can keep your channel, but you can't say anything about Miss USA on the channel while you're reigning. I understand that and I respect those boundaries. So there's certain things, I accept and I respect that. If I was judging a major competition and they're like, hey, we don't want you to talk about it on YouTube, we just want you to do the judging, but we want it to be kind of secretive, that's fine. I can respect that. I'm not gonna disrespect any boundaries when it comes to anyone ever. But as long as I can retain autonomy on my YouTube channel, we are good. What is that? I would have to check in on the girls who are vying for Miss Earth. I've seen a couple of them, but not all of them. I'm reading. Just reading. I'm reading. Oh, favorite Miss Earth. I'm not sure I have a favorite Miss Earth. Thoughts about Miss New York. I've been following Miss New York since before she went to international competition, Miss Earth. So she's definitely a contender, right? Who is that? I don't know how to say your name. I don't know how to say your name. Hi, please notice. I don't know how to say I don't want to say it wrong, but I say everybody's name wrong, right? I'm like Starbucks. Um, is it Adnan? I don't know. I see your last name, Batalo. Americans mispronounce everything, don't we? Ugh, I know. It's a shame. It's a shame. Oh my gosh, cancel that. Hi. Where's your princess crown? I have, on the helmet. You talking about my motorcycle helmet? I'm getting ready. Look, you guys are knowing what's coming before everybody else. I am getting ready to drop the introduction to my new motorcycle on the channel because I did go out and buy a motorcycle. I did. So that'll be there, and I will be doing some motorcycle vlogs with my mom. Like, because I have a a GoPro that I keep mounted on my helmet so you guys can see me as I'm driving my motorcycle doing stuff. So fun stuff happens when I drive motorcycle. The queen is written. Not really. I'm good at money management. That's what I'm good at. I'm good at saving. I'm good at, making things work. But yeah, stuff happens when I'm on my motorcycle. I think today we got home and there was a turkey. There was a turkey outside of our house and me and my mom chased the turkey. Why? Because we do stuff like that. Okay. That's what we do. So you guys will get to see our nonsense. What's going on? Miss International. I haven't done a review of Miss International, so I might have to do that. Seeing as I don't think I've watched completely fully through an entire Miss International contest. Miss International, to me, it's not as conservative as Miss World, for one. Absolutely not. But it still holds the kind of princessy vibe of Miss World, but it's much more tolerable. Much more tolerable. Like, no shade at Miss International at all. I would watch Miss International. So I think I'm going to have to do a video reaction to my first, like, full Miss International competition because I'm going to be totally honest, right? I typically like skip through a lot of the Miss International just so I can like see who won, what her evening gown was like. I don't typically watch the full show, but I will watch a full show because Miss International, as far as I know, is a good competition. So I'm going to have to do that. I am going to have to do that. If I have time to do a Pauline Am links, I will. I initially did actually do one. I did. I just didn't get posted. Just saying. I did do one. It just didn't get posted. That's all. Because I wasn't, in my eyes, I wasn't satisfied with the video. So that's why I didn't get posted. But I actually did do one. So I might do it again, to make you guys happy. Just to make you guys happy. Miss International is the most boring pageant in your opinion? No, it's not. I think there's no contest who wins the award for most boring pageant. I am so sorry. You probably a Miss World fan, but I can't. I was asking people what type of entertainment value, where's the entertainment value in Miss World? No one has given me an explanation for that. So I really wanted to know, why do people like Miss World? I want to know so I can understand. I want to understand why. I want to find the joy in it too. Just tell me where to find the joy. I don't find it right now. So if anyone has a way for me to find joy in Miss World, please let me know. Okay, yeah. If you're a Miss World fan, that's fine. Tell me why. I want to know where you're getting your joy from so I can get some of that joy. I want the joy. Let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna do a final forecast for Miss, because I haven't seen the girls recently, and I'm assuming that they would have developed since the last time I talked about them. You said I find joy in knowing the girls from head to head. I enjoy that. I understand people like the challenges, but the fact that Miss World doesn't let me see the entire, like, all of the challenges makes me sad. I want to see all of the challenges. I want to see all of their sports competition. I want to see their head to head. I want to see their talent, and then I would be able to find more joy. But if you show me like a 2-minute clip, I'm sad. I want more. Maybe I'm being greedy, but I feel like I deserve more as a fan. I want more. I want to see all the challenges. Then I would be like, okay, I can maybe get behind this now. Yeah. So, oh, that's right. I was just like, I just talked about that. But then again, I just realized that just because I just did a video about it doesn't mean you guys have seen it. I have to upload it first. Duh. I was just like, I just talked about that though. Yeah, I have to upload it. Sometimes I'm such a weirdo. Okay, I haven't eaten. I need to eat. I'm gonna have to go out to eat because I don't want to cook. And I have a lot of editing to do. I have a lot of editing to do. So I am going to go hop in my car and go grab something to eat. And I'm going to sit here in my room and edit videos for you guys. And I need to go take some pictures for the thumbnails because I didn't do thumbnail photos. So I need to do that. Either way, I'm going to end the live stream because I don't want to torture people in the future who are watching this back. Hey, everybody who's watching this back in the future. But thank you for those of you who are so patient. Like, I wasn't going to continue the live stream at all, and I was just going to end it. And then I saw that a lot of you were just like waiting for me to come back after my phone died. And I'm just like, oh my God, you guys waited for me after the stinking phone mishap. That was I feel so special. I feel so special. I have friends. I have internet friends. Oh, anyways, I appreciate you guys so much because what would I do? Honestly, what would I do without you? What would I do without you? Sit in my room, talk to no one. I would have no one to talk to. There's nobody here. There's no one in my house. It's just me. I would have nobody to talk to if not for you guys sending me like good morning messages and like being in the Discord with me. Like, you guys are my friends. Love you. Anyways, I'm going to get back to editing because I know you guys want those videos. So I'm going to make it happen. And you guys have good days. So I know most of you, it's like morning time over there, right? It's nighttime over here, but I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to edit videos, okay? I love you, and I will see you guys in the next live stream. Thanks for showing up, actually. Yay. Bye.